So it's time for me to get some of those vegetables going that have a very long growing time. What's this one? Days to maturity after planting out. That's 110, 115. So the celery is a very long for me, and I don't have a long enough season, so I have to start those. My Chinese pink celery, I bought these 3 years ago, so I'm hoping they'll pop up and still be good. They were great last year. Really enjoyed this celery, the Utah from the seed company. I grew that last year for the first time, I think, and I really enjoyed that one. And my giant prog celeriac, get that going. I forgot to plant some of those, so I had very small ones last year of here because I planted them very late. I'm going to try to be on the ball with that one. And then my Brussels sprouts, of course, they're very long term. This has just got a few seeds left in it. And, oh, I just wanted to grow some indoor spinach. I'm going to try that one. And I've already started some leeks, but now I'm going to start with my Lancelot. I really like these leeks, but I have to get going on these or I won't have them of any size out there. Because when winter hits here, it hits here. Here's some lettuce. I can't remember the name of it. I got it as a free seed pack. What was the name of that? Anyways, I'm looking forward to seeing this. Blonde lettuce, it's called. That's what it was. So I want to pot some of this on. These are some tomato plants ready to go into their next size pot. And for some reason he has a pepper in there too, so I'll move him on. Obviously these are a little leggy. These are the ones I had downstairs so they don't get as much sun. And yeah, a couple of those to move on. This one I think I'll still just leave in there. Have some basil. There's 3 in there, I guess. Ready to move those into another pot. And I'm just trying, I've never grown kale indoors before, but I've seen some people who've done it, so I'm going to try that. I can see my chicken poo-poo in there. Anyways, I'm going to get on with that. Won't show you putting my seeds in my little, that'll bore you to death. Don't know how many I'm going to do starting today. I usually like to start some of the seeds 1 week and then maybe next weekend do another set of them, just in case, heaven forbid, something hardens up, like they dampen off or something goes wrong with them, or I incorrectly water them and soak them to death or dry them out or whatever. It's always good to do it that way to have a backup. I'm going to plant, I have some peppers growing, but I just got this one. So I think it's a fairly good sized plant, but anyways, this is for indoor growing. I'm going to start the Carmen pepper. Never grew that one before either. Anyway, I'll get on with some of this. So I'm just, this was the size before. I'm just really going up to 1 pot size here. Bury those down. And of course tomatoes, although don't mind how deep they go. So I'm burying that up, making a mess. Some lovely roots on that so far. Just gotta get that pepper out of there, because I want him too. He'll be just fine. I think these two are a beef steak. They're supposed to be a bush beef steak. I sure hope so, because these are all for, the peppers and the tomatoes are for my indoor windowsill growing. I'll just move the basil into the same pots the tomatoes just came out of, actually. Oh gosh, smells lovely already. Be careful I don't break them off. I've been known to do that. And hopefully everybody will be happy for a while. Well, there we go for now. I've got some of my seeds started. This would be the celery and the Brussels sprouts here. I've potted on some, what have we got here? Kale. Left that tomato in there and some basil. Got my tomatoes in their larger pots for now. I have to find something to put the lettuce in. Haven't figured that out yet. But anyways, carry on and plan. I made some sort of falafels today. I say sort of because I used my own homegrown broad beans that I freeze. You'd really like to use the dried ones to get the better texture. So a moister version this way, but we really enjoyed them. So I'll just run through what I'm doing. I'm doing a voiceover because my dishwasher is running. Boiled my frozen broad beans for about 15 minutes. They will be potted soon. I'm going to be adding some baking powder, red pepper flakes, cumin, a handful of Italian parsley, a good size garlic clove. Yeah, that's a good size. You could use less if you like. And just a small red onion. Then of course salt and pepper to finish. Always a bit time consuming to take that second shell off your broad beans, isn't it? So very simple and quick. I just threw it all together into a bowl and I just used a hand blender to blend it up. I needed to thicken it a bit with some flour. And I put it in the fridge for half an hour to firm up. Fried in some vegetable oil. I kept the temperature on medium. So there you go, a yummy way to use up those broad beans you have in your freezer.